changed since season 9, since the movie really is when we first kind of interacted, or when Holly J started dating Declan. So we've kind of been at odds since then because, I don't know, Fiona has some weird kind of
jealousy issues.
Yeah.
Involving her brother. But I guess they find some common ground. I mean, I think the fact that they're both ambitious and both have their eye on the same prize, once that was sort of out of the way and Fiona went through some therapy and stuff, it was easier for the two of them to get along, and ultimately Holly J becomes the one sort of shoulder to cry on.
Yeah. And in the first 4 episodes, Holly J is actually the only one who believes in Fiona through that whole block, so that was like a nice little starter for their friendship.
So Holly J and Fiona have their relationship has done a total 180 since where we left them during the movie. At that point, they were both competing for the same goal, and there was some weird jealousy.
The attention for Declan's attention.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they weren't really friends by any means, but it's completely changed this season. They're the best of friends, and they go through a lot together, and Holly J is really the only person who believes in Fiona during that whole first block, so.
And now they're like sisters, basically.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit similar to Sav this year, more so than in the past, because, yeah, like a lot of my friends in real life are my friends on the show, so them not being here is like, I'm seeing a lot less of them in my real life than I usually would. So yeah, I feel like a little bit like Sav when he's still trying to find some new friends and figure out who his real friends are all in 1 year. I feel like there's some serious parallels there.
And as for me, in the past I really haven't shared much in common with Holly J, just because I felt like when I was in high school I was sort of just flying under the radar. Everyone was pretty friendly, so I had a lot of friends in high school, and Holly J obviously was hated, universally despised.
Yes.
And I wasn't a cheerleader, so that was kind of fun because I got to live vicariously through Holly J and be president of the school and do all that stuff that I didn't do in high school. But now, like Raymond said, Holly J is probably the closest that, like the most similar she's ever been to me, Charlotte, only because she's like into politics and sort of the stuff, the route that she's going post-secondary is something that I would consider very interesting and admirable. So I see some similarities there.
Yeah, it's really like a testament to the writers you guys see. I think over the course of the past 4 years for you, this being the 4th year, they've really gotten to know us, and they've made a lot of the character our real lives.
And there's lots of characters that have stayed sort of static, but I feel like our 2 characters, I mean, I can speak for myself, I feel like Holly J has gone through quite a big arc.
Transformation.
Yeah, so, but it's like all been very natural and understandable, I guess.
Yeah. Done very well.
Beginning of season 10. Holly J is just coming back from New York. She's on a high. She's feeling like she can do anything. She got a great internship, good boyfriend. She finds very quickly that when she goes back to Degrassi, she's going to have to work a little bit harder to make her great 12-year success.
That's true. That's feels like you answered that question. Sav has lost all his friends. Very parallel to myself, Raymond on set. Dalmar, Jamie, Shane, Scott, all of these guys are no longer here at Degrassi, and neither are their characters Johnny, Spinner, Danny, Peter. So Raymond and Sav have both felt kind of abandoned a little bit at the beginning of season 10. And so Sav on his senior year is trying to, when he should be kind of king of the school, he feels like he's still trying to find his way and stay above water. So that's where Sav's at the beginning of season
10. So speaking of politics, Holly J and Raymond, Holly J and Sav end up running against each other for school president. So Holly J pretty much thought she had it in the bag, and then Sav gets it in head that
Pea-brain mind.
his pea-brain mind, the crazy idea that he might be more popular and better at this job than Holly J. So that leads for some, whatever, hilarity ensues. Holly J comes up with a crazy harebrained scheme to make him lose the bid for presidency, and Sav ultimately gets that. And then Holly J, being the VP, it's quite a change for her, but obviously the power is sexy.
You're number 2.
I'm number 2.
Yeah. Pea-brain mind. Basically, the highlights from that whole segment that you just heard was pea-brain mind, which for Sav, it's pea-brain mind. Harebrained scheme. Hilarity ensues. These are the key issues. Just take them home, study them. There's a test tomorrow.
Yeah, whenever anyone asks me where Casey's heading, I'm always like, oh, it's going dark. That's just the safest answer.
Yeah.
Because it's the most pessimistic. I don't actually know. They've really kept me on my toes this year with where Casey's going, and I have hope for him. I think he can make it through this year. Things aren't going too badly. There's been some interesting new people coming into his life that have been good influences so far. How they will betray him, I don't know yet.
It's Degrassi.
I'm not sure
Anything
what's
can
going on.
happen.
Yeah.
Well, I guess with me and Casey's relationship changing so much, I'd say that we are a lot more mature now. And I guess even though we kind of fight a lot, no relationship's perfect, right?
Yeah. In some ways, we've grown up, but
In some ways.
to be honest, it's always been a little bit sketchy with
A little bit.
the
Yeah,
circumstances.
that's like the perfect word for our relationship
A
is
little
sketch.
bit sketchy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making out in the hotel room with the coach, and then.
And then like breakups,
Yeah.
makeups.
So we are maturing in some ways, but
Step
we're
by
definitely
step.
not there. I think we'll see that. Discover our immaturity.
Maybe we'll get there. Maybe. Who knows?
The best part? Cut. No. The best part of acting with Aislinn is, I don't know, the chemistry between us. I think it works really well because we've worked before, prior to Degrassi, so I feel that we have a nice bond. Nice bond. Together we did a movie called Murder in the Hamptons. It was a movie of the week. It was pretty cool. It was a fun. We played twins. BFF on my BFFL, my BFFAE, my best friend on set right now would have to be Luke. The other new character, he plays a character named Drew. Look out for him; he's gonna be fantastic. And the other person was Ray from Sav. You guys would know him as. We just clicked from the get-go. Luke and Ray, we just clicked from the very beginning. We laugh at the exact same stuff, and we enjoy having a good time. But also when work comes. Strong.
Definitely. He's more like an older brother. Anyway, my best friend on the show right now would have to be Jordan. We're getting along so well. We just instantly got along.
Jordan plays Adam.
Yes. Sorry. Thanks.
It's fine.
I was getting there. Okay.
I'm sure you were.
Can I finish now?
Go ahead.
Would you like to stop talking
Go
for just like a second? Just one. Okay. Jordan is the new youngest member of the cast, and I had to suffer through that role for 2 years. And so I think we're really bonding over that. And yeah, we're having a really good time. We're spending weekends at each other's houses. We're having a good time.